that boy D-Zone on one. Let me tell you something. I have personally been flipping through so many different builds. I definitely made a video if you want to check that out. It's on my John about the 3-level scorer and my actual feelings towards it. I'll also be showing the animations again because I kind of messed up on that one. I meant to show more of the dunk animations so you could see the attribute you needed. Most of it honestly is about 75, 80, 85, but on to something else. My 3-level scorer is nice, don't get me wrong. I love that man. That man's right there is a walking bucket. When I get his badges up, it will be almost unstoppable when it comes down to the 3-point, the mid-range, the post phase, the post moves, and the abilities he'll have. But everybody, let's understand this. Everybody, I don't know that many people that really just want to be centers. Like, I don't know that many people that do. And I've been running through a whole bunch of different guard builds and playing in the park. You'll run into them all the time. Slash and playmaker. Let me tell you right now, the slash and playmaker is a dominant build. Do not sleep on anyone that says slash and playmaker. They can probably shoot threes. They can probably dunk on you. They will lay it on you. They will do it all. And it's crazy because they might even break your ankles. And you're like, whoa, like, how is he doing this? He's a slash and playmaker. He's not supposed to. Look, I'm about to run through that right now. The shooting guard, the point guard, all that. Like, look, the differences in these builds right now, you can make so many different builds. Yet again, I'm never going to tell someone there's a perfect build. But if there was a mega, it would probably be the slashing playmaker or the offensive threat, because both of those are misleading titles. You can't go off that. And if you look here, you'll even see my sharpshooter, who has a defensive takeover. That build right there, that's a work in progress. I'm trying to mix up the badges enough. I'll show that one later. Slash the playmaker, yet again, my point guard build. But the point of this video right now is honestly to just compare, because I'm just seeing all these builds, and I heard someone say that there's a 60 badge potential on one of them, so we're gonna throw this up. This is for my man D'Angelo, aka D-Loaded. I understand that he did that messed up thing for my mans, but I will say this: if a mans wasn't cheating, he wouldn't have been able to do nothing about it. On to the next. So yes, the last name is Moody. If you want to ever catch that, believe me when I say I like putting uncle on the first name just cause you Moody. You feel me? Jersey number don't matter, whatever. Now for this chart right here, this is where everything gets kind of funny. Now, I know of a build where you take the shooting and you take shooting and you take finishing, right? Now, I don't really care about any of this because that doesn't change how I feel about this build. Now, this is for shooting guard, obviously, you know what I'm saying? So, we're going to sit here, run through this, wait. Alright, now, everybody knows by now, or you should know by now. If you don't know, I'm going to explain it again. The amount of points you put in does matter a lot towards what your build is going to be called at the end, but just as well, the amount of points you put in can really maximize your badge upgrades. If you did not know that, I'm telling you now. Check every point to the T, because you could end up messing it up where you may actually be able to get like 4 more badges for taking 3 off of one and putting it in another tab. Now, for what I like to do is, if you, depending on who you want to build, as I said, I'm trying to go for an offensive threat, a dominant shooting guard build. Right, this is dominant offensively, defensively, all around, perfect. Right, and automatically you want to be like, all right, well, I got to dunk on people. This is part of dominance, right? Bang, 83 dunk. That gives you the ability to not get contact dunks, but get the dunks of certain animations that you can use, right? So now you take that, obviously you want the driving layup. Now personally, I'm gonna put it to 85. I'll show y'all something later. But we're gonna put that to the max. You want both of those maxed out. Close shot, look, that'll be later. Standing dunk, you don't really need that. Now you go for the next thing. You want your mid-range. You want your 3-point shot, right? Now you see where the badges are at. Keep a note on those, because as I said, we're gonna do some crazy mixing up right now. Now, I would go to post fade, but realistically, let's go to ball handle. Alright, you want your ball handle? Max. Why? Because personally, if you are a shooting guard, point guard, you want to be able to dribble to the maximum ability that you have. You never want to mess that up. My man Nip, rest in peace, my brother. But now on to this. Now for defense, because as I said, we are going to maximize potential, but for right now, you're going to put the points where you know you need them. So bang, we got lateral quickness up to a 70 and perimeter defense. Bang. Alright, now this is where we get to have fun, experiment, throw it around, and see what we get. The reason why I chose shooting guard is because as a point guard, you get no defensive badges for when you do this. I'm like, it's kind of funny, but you'll see what I mean. Alright, now close shot, that's gonna go up. Now you see how the badges took like a huge hit. That's beautiful. Bang. Now you don't need a post hook, you're a shooting guard. Calm that down. So we're gonna go down here. Now you know you need a better better free throw, because if you have that good of a dunk layup, you're gonna go in the paint. You're gonna get fouled. That's gonna happen. So we make it a 75, right? Right there, fine. Personally, as I said, we want the perfect badge potential here. So we're gonna break that playmaking up, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. You are a guard, and believe me when I say, with this build, you're gonna need to know how to pass. Now, bang, we're just gonna back that out. 12 playmaking badges, 12 shooting badges, 14 finishing. We're not even done putting points in yet. See, now, as I said, you don't want to boot a post up, but the reason why you can is for that 21 finishing badges. That makes you almost a monster. That's contact finisher, relentless finisher, fancy footwork, and acrobat. Right there, that's 4, and that's, if you have 20, let me put this way. Your badge upgrades, I say it like this. Divide that, whatever your badge upgrades is, by 3, and you get your max potential for gold badges. Not even to say that there are some badges you could just have silver and it won't even matter. So, it's craziness. Wild. Is that my boy? That's my boy. I thought it. Hold up, hold up, hold up. You know what I'm saying? I'll be there in a sec, my boy. I'll be there in a sec. Now, bang. I want to max those out for the max potential on that. That's 21 shooting, 21 finishing. That is 14 gold badges between shooting and finishing. You are calling me that he is offensively unstoppable once he's at max potential. And realistically, not to lie to you, I do have the 3-level scorer. He's mainly all shooting, so that means he has 30 shooting badges. It is going to be one heck of a ride getting all those badges. But for this, it's a little bit less of a ride. You got 9 less of upgrading in each of those categories. So much easier, right? Now, I can go higher on playmaking, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys, you really don't have to. Like, if you want Dimer and all the exclusives and ankle breaker and things like that, but I'm like, I haven't seen anybody get their ankles broken yet. Yet again, that's pretty big. Like, I've not seen anyone. I've seen every type of playmaking build possible. I haven't seen anyone get the ankle broken. Now, do they get left in the dust? Yes. But that has nothing personally to do with that. That's more of a speed thing, more of an acceleration thing, more of, you know, the fact that you can use the post cheese, which you hit the post left and then hit the post right, and as soon as you go right, they can't switch that fast. I'm like, yo, if you have a big man on you and you do that, you will break his ankles every time. Just saying. So yet again, now we get to go play around, right? But between what you're looking at right now, that's a 21, 21, and 12. That is about a 54 badge potential, 55 badge potential. If we talk about that BS defensive badge, this is where I said this is where you can start to tweak. Right, so we go to defensive rebounds, or you can go to steals, or you could go to interior defense. But we're going to see here and try to see if we can tweak this out real quick. Now, you really don't need defensive rebounding. I really only do it because of the fact, but as I said, you want to, if it calls you an offensive threat, but you have these points in defense, they will sleep on that. So a lot of people will sleep on that, and they will think that you can't defend them. As long as you can defend them, lock them up, they will be astonished every time. But you can see, at an 83 driving dunk, that's max potential. You get the ball handling potential, not to mention with an 80, as long as you have an 80 over, technically your shot is good. I say technically because you still got to work with it. And honestly, the lower it is from 90, the more you need your badges. Say this again, the lower it is from 90, the more you definitely need those badges. Because as I said, with my 3-level scorer, he still needed badges, and he has a 93 and a 90 mid-range. That's pretty decent, you know what I'm saying? So, yet again, and right now, this is where the tweakage happens, right? You can't tweak most things in shooting without basically hitting your mid-range and your 3-point shot. You don't want to do that. It's already at 80, you don't want to go no lower than that, right? Now, you can't technically tweak this, and this is where I say it becomes kind of like a crap problem, because if you touch too much, it's down. But I'm gonna tell you this: you don't need 21 finishing badges, really. As I said, it's 7 gold badge potentials. You don't need 7 gold badges in finishing. Not really. Like now you're going nut if you really do that. Acrobat, contact finisher, fancy footwork. I mean, like, are you really gonna go into the post? No. So the only reason why I even have the post there is for reasons unknown. Now you take out most of the post. Actually, truthfully, take out the whole post. That's 16 finishing badges. Now, yet again, taking off 5, I'm pretty sure that's around like what, 50 or something like that. It's almost like 50 badges altogether, with an extra 39 potential to go anywhere. I can go put it in playmaking, but realistically, let's do this now. You want to put it in most likely defense. This is how we're going to make the dominant build where you can do everything all the way around, right? Now, bang. And that is how you freaking play the new 2K. Now, I'm not going to say this is like, as I said, like, it is still on how you play it. It's not going to be perfect 24/7 every time. You might, you know, it's how you play it. But this right here is one of the most dominant builds that I have found in 2K. My boy actually runs it, aka Just Us, you know what I'm saying? Good ups to you for even teaching me about the joint. Because, like, when I found out about it, I was like, wow. So I ended up tweaking it myself to see what you needed and what you don't. Now, realistically, if you really wanted to go really far with it, you don't need the passing either, and you barely need the playmaking badges if you're actually that nice. But as I said, max potential, you're probably going to want those playmaking badges. You know what I'm saying? But I really would say that you could have to steal wherever you want. Me personally, I say 3 defensive badges are fine. All you really need is tireless scorer. I mean, tireless defender, because tireless defender will keep you out of trouble. And you see, once you get the 40 steal, you get that defensive rebound, you don't even need to go any further than that. You can now throw it into offensive rebound if you wanted to. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't give you, and this is for non-badge potential. This is for literal, just your tribute potential here. Right? Now you see where I'm going with this. Showing you gameplay with this build is now probably going to be different because I personally have another build that I'm going to end up making outside of this one. But when you want to see the gameplay for this build, I'm gonna make sure I record the next time my man Just is on. That man himself, like as I said, he literally was just dominating on people, and it was really sad because it's like nobody could stop him. So, but if we talk about max potential, all right, once you get to a 40, bang. You know what I'm saying? Now throw the rest in there. Bang. 20 finishing badges, 21 shooting badges, 6 playmaking, defensive. Now, yet again, tweak as you must, tweak as you will. Me personally, I try to keep it on the 3 cabs, so if you can divide it by 3 and get your gold badge total, that's where I try to go with it. That's 55. We're gonna buy out, and bam. So now you have 18, 21, 12, and 3. Just as well, you have a badge in every category. You're all around completely without any actual problems. Now you can keep tweaking as you want, and as I said, I just been doing this for days, so I have different builds that I'm really thinking about going with anyway. This build is one of the top builds I would go with because I want the ability to dunk on people. To continue, I'm gonna continue this because I know I don't want to make the video too long, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go throw the extra 5 points in steal, and we're gonna continue. All right, so now you see this. It doesn't matter what body type you go for. You see, as an 85 speed, 83 acceleration, you have no need for strength. And I say this again, you have no need for strength. You're not pushing nobody in the paint. You're not doing no post moves. And if you do, you're doing a post fade, which means you're not backing them down. And if you do, it's a back down into and straight into the shot. I'll also make probably a video on exactly how that post works out, because for me, I feel like there's like a little, kind of like a thing to it. You wouldn't want to go straight into a post fade while they're on your back. But if you push back on them and then go into the fade, they have more distance, so you're gonna go back farther, and then that's a longer gap for them to hit. Now if you have dead eye deep fades, you'll make that every time. Quick release definitely needed. If y'all didn't know that, 2K fans, y'all know. Anybody who's played already, y'all know that quick release is needed. So let's keep that up again. Now I say you couldn't always go with whatever size you want. Reason I say whatever size is because as long as that 70 ball handle is still technically there and you can break an 83 and an 80 mid, you are good. This is where I personally would stay 6'5", because that 83 dunk is big. You want to be able to contact them. Now, you can't get contact dunk packages, but I can buy the animations for the dunks. And if you know about 2019, if you had certain animations, you were golden. Like that Kobe animation, golden. There's nobody blocking that. And my man Justo definitely proved that today after he dunked on me. You know what I'm saying? So, so that's the harder part there, guys. But yeah, so you do the 6'5", that'll give you good point. I say it gives you probably some of the best potential. If you go 6'4", obviously better dribbling, but who cares about that? Not a lot of you dribbling's cool for 79, but we'll tweak that a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Now 205, 210, 215, you know, you go all those. I don't want to mess with my lateral quickness personally all that much, and I really don't want to mess with my there we go. So right here is about where I would say you draw the line, right there, 207. Because as you can see, you still get the 60 strength. That's an extra point in your strength without having to affect anything else. You still get your acceleration, all that good stuff. Now mid-range, 3-point. And ball handling, bam. Now most people be like, your defense. I'm like, look, bro, honestly, if your if your wingspan affects your defense, you're probably not playing defense properly. Let's be honest. Here. So, but yeah, but I would say bang, that's just to max it out so you get your 84 and 83 3-point shot. You need those because if you really want to make this build the all-around killer that it is, you get 82 ball handling, which means you get over the 70, plus you get the extra. You're not going to speed boost if you can still speed boost. I mean, I think you can. I'm not exactly sure personally. I haven't made anybody with an 86, nor would I actually care because I've never really made a speed boosting character anyway. As far as I'm concerned, if you really need the extra cheese, maybe you should try without the cheese. I'm not judging. I mean, you know, if you need it, you need it. You know, that's just how the game works. You know, some people need speed boosting. I've never really needed it. I've been alright. I can't say I'm the best, but who is? You feel me? LeBron. But yeah, so the wingspan, as I said, if you want to go to just so you have an 80, you can go so you just have an 80. You don't really 3-point shots flexible depending on where you want to go with it. Me personally, I kind of like having a higher 3 and higher mid range. Makes it very efficient, very easy to use. Now this is where you get to have fun with it. Me personally, I recommend Slasher. My boy did Shot Creator. You can also do Spot Up Shooter. All three of these, disgusting. If you do Playmaker, you are probably going to do nothing but break ankles, rip past people, and everything else. So all four are acceptable, but me personally, I do Slasher. And this is why I would always say Mitch Richmond was one of the players I actually got to play with a couple years ago in my team, and he actually made my team unstoppable. This offensive threat build right here is one of the most dominant builds in 2K right now. You can do everything. If you don't believe me, verse one, and I will tell you now, if you can't guard them, don't be surprised. I've watched people get blown past. I've watched defenders get blown past. I've watched a man do 2 dribbles, step up, and dunk on 3 people. He's dunked on the old squad. So as I said, that's the offensive threat build. Now, I said that's one of the most dominant, and that is one of the reasons why. Now, I'm returning to the main menu so I can show you the point guard build. I'm going to try to make this one a little faster because personally, yeah. But, and I actually will start, well, you know what, I'll start from scratch for y'all. Alright, so this is my man's right here. This one is going to be all around John. And personally, I don't really want to take off nobody's name, but my man Lonzo, I respect you, man. As far as this concerned, you, your brothers, even your father for getting y'all up there, you know what I'm saying? I got respect for y'all. Are y'all part of my favorite teams? No. But, hey, look, I always root for anybody, honestly, as long as y'all can make it into the league. Rooted 4. Now, this is a point guard build. As I said, the other one, offensive threat, that was a shooting guard. Still dominant. I'm going to show y'all a difference now, though. I tried to tweak this in a certain way that it would work. Still, you can go with the same thing. Or you can go with this somewhat ridiculously playmaking build, because honestly, as I said, like, they made it ridiculous. ridiculous. Now, the only reason why I don't like playmaking builds is because that 3-point shot's iffy a lot. You know what I'm saying? You go straight shooting, but that's iffy too. You know, and so the other build basically, and this is the difference actually. I'll show you the difference real quick between those two builds. Now, I know you see the speed and all that, but that don't matter. Now, same thing, same type. You know, but for this one, I'm gonna rush through it a bit. We got an 81, 80 free throw. That we're gonna do this and that. Right? We're gonna get lateral quickness, defensive reads, and perimeter defense. Now you notice that now this one takes more tweaking because technically, I have to say technically, because technically I don't think you can get any defensive badges as a point. And like this is where like even if you tweak it as much as I want, I'm telling you now, you're probably not gonna get that many, if any, defensive badges. Wait, might have figured it out. Alright, so perimeter defense down a little bit, which is actually deadly. Don't do perimeter defense down. Don't listen to me on that one. Alright, see, so most I can get right now is that. Now I gotta start really hitting badges home, so we're gonna take that down to 80. And then down, and that, sir. And now you can really see the difference because the other one had 18 finishing, 21 shooting. I actually think he had more playmaking in the last one. You would have to check that one. I checked, but I'm build spent. I have too many builds in my head at the moment. But this is the point guard. Now you can run it either or. As I said, they're all dominant builds. But the fact that you can make him 6'5", which puts him around the same stats as the other dude, is the point where that's basically the difference in 2K this year. Like you can make a point guard, shooting guard, small forward all around the same. And if you make them 6'5", they basically have pretty balanced qualities. You can make them offensive threats with great defensive skills and capabilities. Lateral quickness being 61. Look, I steal the ball with my character now, and he has like a 40 steal. I rebound, and he has a 60 rebound. So it's like, but again, he's a power forward, so it's a difference. I will be making my shooting guard when I decide which one. And the reason why I say decide which one, I'm not gonna make this guy all the way through. What up? We're gonna go back. Because the idea came to me to make kinda a mixed breed two-way. Now, the only reason why I want to do it, and I actually won't, I'll skip through all that. We're gonna just go to my man's right here. This is my sharpshooter. Now, this is what's funny. He's called a sharpshooter. My man's this 6'6", right? 83. You see that 83, that 82 right now. In comparison, he's shooting about the same level as the offensive threat that I made, just as well as honestly at the same level as my scoring machine. The only difference, he doesn't have as much of a driving dunk, but his defense is superb. Lateral quickness of 80 means I will be locking people up left and right. Perimeter defense of a 77, even better. And it's just like, alright, you see the speed and acceleration kinda around the same. I took the acceleration down a lot, I took the vertical around a lot, because the strength's not going to matter in this case because he's so defensive with it. Oh yeah. And I did take it all the way down with the arm length, but I want the lockdown badge. Now, originally they said I was compared to Vince Carter, but realistically, James Harden, Victor Oladipo, and Mitch Richmond. Now, I made one, and he was compared to Paul George, which was wild. I was like, look, Paul George, one of my favorite people. I made one, he was Vince Carter, one of my favorite people. So, you know, shout out to those people for even doing what they do to the max extent of the law. You know what I'm saying? The difference in that, though, I made him 6'6" because I felt the need for height. Personally, he's a shooting guard. You can make him 6'5". I made him 6'6" for height. You make him 6'5", you do the whole defense. You choose what stats you want. You can check my stats if you want to make them around there. As I said, it's cool. I don't really get mad at people for copying. Copy it, paste it, do whatever. Tag me, don't tag me. Comment, subscribe, whatever you gotta do, man. You know, life is life. You're gonna choose your options anyway. But that's what this is. And then my man's right here, 78 dribble, 84 and an 83 mid and 3. He has a 78 dunk, which means he's still going to be able to get certain contact dunks, more so the no-name dunks. No-name dunks are cool if you know which ones do not get blocked. And again, if you run under the basket and you hit them with a baseline, those are really less likely to be blocked. Now, I'm trying to test them out now and see the difference, but personally, I haven't seen anybody get their dunk blocked. I've seen them get stopped. So I've seen people halt them from dunking, but I've never seen somebody get their dunk blocked. So when you do, please let me know. Give me your video. Tag the video to me. I don't care. That boy D's on one. But I'm just going to keep this over short because I'm pretty sure I've been talking for like the longest. As I said, this is my lockdown right here, and this is my man's. I do not want to change it. And you see what happens when you change him to a 6'5". Now he is a two-way, 3-level scorer. That is insane. Insane. You are not stopping him worth for nothing. As soon as I get him leveled up, bang. And the only reason why I really want to make him is for that lockdown badge. Because really it's just the clamps. Put the clamps on. You know what I'm saying? Put the paws on him. My man's like, what? You dominating on one end, and you go to the other end, all you do is hit the takeover badge. You just look at him like, dang, you thought you was about to score that, right? You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to everybody playing 2K. If you got a lockdown defender, try to comment. You already know. Subscribe if you want. You feel me? But this DC, you know what I'm saying? I will be putting more videos up, as well as I'll put more builds, test builds. I'll be running other builds. I don't like running the test build because they don't give you the stats the way you want them. That means that's not your build, as much as it is. It's not. You know, that when he's at 85, you'll see the difference between you when you start your career and your test build. I will probably actually be running the game with either this build or the other one. I'm debating that right now, but until I'm done grinding my mans to at least the 85, then yeah. But for right now, as I said, I'll have more people out for y'all. Small forwards coming in soon, trying to debate my small forward builds and which ones are working. As I said, I do like to try to model them after certain people, and those are usually not the people that people love, but the people that I've loved since I was growing up. So my man Vince Carter, I gotta make you as soon as possible. You know what I'm saying? Donovan Mitchell, shout out to you. I'm definitely trying to make you as well. James Harden, Victor Oladipo, Russell Westbrook, Chris Paul, all y'all. So shout out to y'all yet again. That boy DZ on one, and yeah, we are out of here, baby. If you want, we'll make an animation video. Check my comments in a later bit. So if y'all want an animation video just to show y'all which animations y'all want to throw in with your peoples to make your peoples nicer or make your peoples, you know, which more feel, let me know. Put it in the comment section. I'll be reading those shortly. All right, thank y'all. Y'all have a blessed moment. Yeah.